control.
Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another Destiny video. Guiding Light here, and this is actually going to be a gameplay of my first game back on Destiny 1 after the Destiny 2 beta. Now, the Destiny 2 beta was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing on the new subclasses. Now, I actually started out on the Destiny Sentinel Titan, which is actually the new Bubble Titan. Basically, you can choose between the Bubble and the Captain America shield. You get to run around and throw that thing. It's actually pretty cool and a lot of fun to use. Now, it wasn't really my favorite. I was hoping that was going to be like my main subclass and everything that I was going to want to run all the time. But after trying out the Dawnblade as Arc Strider and Golden Gun, I found out that Sentinel Titan really wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. And in general, I just don't really think I'm going to run it all that often. Now, from a competitive standpoint, if the competitive game mode is actually going to be for Trials of Osiris, then that Defender Titan is definitely going to be extremely helpful. Now, you can just pop a bubble on the bomb, you can throw up the shield and block everyone's shots while defusing the bomb, and even the shields that you get to use while holding down circle as your special ability are also very effective for competitive. So for the competitive stand side and just for Trials of Osiris in general, if that's going to be the game mode, then I will definitely understand why people will want to stick to that Sentinel Titan a lot more. And in general, I probably will be using it for that as well. But when Destiny 2 first comes out, I'm definitely going to be starting out on the Golden Gun class. Now, it was really weird because when Destiny 1 first came out, that was actually the first subclass that I made was the Golden Gun. And I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Now, over the years with Shadestep coming out, and Tether and Stormcrawler and all the other subclasses like Hammers, Golden Gun kind of got forgotten, at least by me. I didn't really ever use it. Ever since Year 2, I never used Golden Gun anymore. And I was just, ever since I got really used to Shadestep, I never wanted to go back to any of the other Hunter subclasses. And Blade Dancer never really was my thing anyways, so I just started maining Tether. But when D2 comes out, I'm definitely going to start off my first character on the Golden Gun. I really enjoy the movement on there now in Destiny 2, and I really enjoy using the throwing knives, and I really wanted to see what that's going to be like once the rest of the subclasses gets unlocked, because there was only half the subclasses we were able to use. There were still a couple more perks in Destiny 2 for each of the subclasses that we weren't able to have access to in the beta, so I'm really looking forward to testing out those new perks as well once the full game is released. Now, my second character that I'm going to make, now I'm going to try my best to make all three characters within the first week, guys, don't get me wrong, but the first one is definitely going to be a Golden Gun, and if I had to pick a second character, I don't even think I'm going to go with the Titan at first. I think I'm just going to stick to the Warlock, and I'm going to use the Dawnblade subclass. Dawnblade is a lot of fun to use, and they actually have a new like Twilight Garrison type movement, which is kind of cool. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how that's going to play out too in quick play and just some of the other game modes like Survival. If you guys have seen any gameplay on that new game mode, it's basically elimination just with a few more lives. So I'm definitely looking forward to using that, and the healing rifts and empowering rifts. Everything about that whole entire subclass is actually really cool, and I do like that and enjoy playing on that a lot as well. Now, the Voidwalker class was probably my least favorite. I don't know, I didn't really like it too much. The super itself was just too much to get used to for me in the beta. It's not anything like the Nova Bomb in Destiny 1, and it just travels super slow, and I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I'm sure it's actually really good. I just didn't want to take the time out to get used to it, and I just stuck to what I found fun at the time. And that was really my whole objective of the beta, was just to have a lot of fun and to test some things out that I was interested in and that I had seen in the trailers for Destiny, but I hadn't really been able to test out for myself. Now, I don't know what it was about the Voidwalker class, but I really just didn't find it that much fun, and I didn't really like not having an evade. Like, all the subclasses have some sort of an evade now, like Dawnblade has that Icarus Dash, and Hunters have their Shadestep and other evasive roll that reloads your gun. Now, for the Voidwalker class and even for the Defender class, like, Titans don't exactly have an evasive movement, but they can still at least throw up that shield, which is kind of like the same thing. At least, it gets you out of cover and, puts you out of the line of fire. So as much as it's not an actual evade, it still, is something to keep you out of fire for a few seconds, which is basically the whole objective of the Shadestep and the Icarus Dash anyways. Now, for the Voidwalker class, they don't have anything like this, and I was never really anyone to run Blink. Ever since they nerfed Blink to take away your radar, even if it is just for that split second, I just never really wanted to run it anymore. I never really ran it in the first place, but once they took that away too, that completely turned me off to the whole Blink, and I never wanted to use it again.
Zone A lost.
Now, if you guys actually took a look at some of the other perks that were available on Voidwalker, it does look like Voidwalker will be a lot better once the full game comes out. You can actually use your grenade and your super energy to heal some of your health back. So I guess that's going to make up for not having exactly having an evade, but Unfortunately, we didn't exactly get to test any of that stuff out in the beta because it just wasn't available to us at the time. So, you know, once the full game comes out, I'm sure Voidwalker will be a lot more enjoyable. I'm going to test it out again and, you know, give it a second chance, of course. But as for at least the beta build, I really didn't like it too much. Now, that's pretty much all I have to talk about with as far as the beta goes, guys. No, like I said, I enjoyed it a lot. It was a ton of fun, and I'm really looking forward to playing the full game once Destiny 2 comes out. Now, if you guys have any concerns that you guys had while playing the beta, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. Let me know what you're going to start out on once the full game comes out. You know, after you guys tested everything out, what is the first subclass you guys actually want to play on? So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the video, guys. Now, this gameplay is going to play out for a few more minutes. It's actually pretty crazy gameplay, so I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it. But until the next time, guys, enjoy yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Victory imminent. Zones controlled. Targets eliminated. Nice work.